Bug here again, back with another episode of Shooters. I know it's been a while, sorry about that, but shit just happened. And anyways, back here in San Diego in like Blackheart Man Cave, aka PBGB's, back with another show. Today we have the good homie, his name's Kurt Hodge, he's fucking sick. He's the team manager for Zero Skateboards and photographer. Dope photos, skates with some heavy dudes, good photography. Let's just jump right in and see what Kurt has to say.
What up?
Yo, Kurt, what up, dog?
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Cool, man. Fucking, thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to get this fucking thing going. So, like I said, I recorded an episode like early. Well, I guess it was about a year ago, dude. I started doing it, and then I had it going, and then I recorded episode 2. This kid named Rit. I don't know if you know him. He's in LA. He shoots for Baker and Death Wish, and shit.
No.
Anyways, and then so I filmed his, but like the time in Japan was off, man. But it was fucked up. Because as soon as we got off the phone, dude, I got a phone call from my fucking mom, and my dad had passed away, dude. So I was just like, Grr! So that fucked me up for a long while, dude. And I kind of put everything on hold. So I've been trying to get this shit going again. So so yeah, cause like I said, like I used to do it with my cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Let me get one.
Cheers. It put me off for a while, so well, yeah, now I'm fucking, back in the swing of things. I'm trying to make it happen, because I don't know, dude. I think it's cool, dude. Shooting photos myself and meeting other guys who are photographers. It's like, it's what's up. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, every event we've if you run into a photographer, you just end up nerding out with that dude for a minute.
Yeah, man. And I really think right now, with the way skateboarding's going and how it's coming up, and there's dudes everywhere. There's just as many kids that are killing it now. All the time. I feel like there's other guys, behind the cameras that are, coming up, but really not getting the kind of, the fucking props, like the unsung heroes. So that's kind of
Grant is dead.
Yeah. We, and I kind of want, the people who are, the guys who are, have an interest in it to know that, like, fucking, like what it takes and kind of some things, just, maybe help them out, and just who fucking knows, like who knows what it can turn into. So yeah, dude. So fucking check it out, dude. Just start off by like introducing yourself. Like, what's your name? Where you from? How old are you?
I'm Kurt Hodge. I am the team manager and photographer for Zero Skateboards. 32, just turned 32 this March.
Oh yeah, your birthday was the other day, dude. Happy belated.
Yeah, thank you. We had fuck this video premiere that night too.
Yeah.
I'm originally born in Coronado, grew up in IB until about like 4th grade. Moved to Virginia Beach and grew up there all through high school, so pretty much claim VB as my hometown. And then been back out here, moved out like after a year of college, so probably about 07 or 08.
Okay.
And yeah, just worked odd jobs around San Diego, and then got a job with Black Box around 2011. And yeah, started in the warehouse, then slowly moved up, and kind of with the fizzling out of Black Box, then I got like the team management position with Jamie, and I've just been with him since, and just kind of like started shooting more seriously the past couple years, really, like after we didn't have a photographer anymore, and it was like you had to pay for photos and whatnot, and I was already interested in it. So
right. So yeah, let's like rewind. So what's your background in photography? Like, how'd you get into it? Like, from initially, even before, if it was before skateboarding or was skateboarding?
Yeah, I mean, I would always when I was younger, I just would pick up disposable cameras, and I have so many party photos from when I was a kid, and then just shooting random skate photos with nothing really, just blurry ass photos of your friends skating but you loved them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was around 2010 when my grandmother passed away. I found this Pentax in her closet and really started to figure out apertures and what the film settings were and film speeds and all that shit. And it got me more interested into it. And then was just shooting film on tour and whatnot, because we'd have photographers on tour with us. So I would just shoot like, you know, behind the scenes type of shit. Like,
right.
Or the dudes, different places and whatnot.
Mm.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, we had like a 1DS laying around at the office, and I just like was like, hey, can I use this? And like, I'm gonna buy a fisheye for it. And Jamie was down, so
tight.
Just shooting with that, like, you know, natural lighting, and then like started picking it up, bought one flash, started fucking with that thing, and then like now it's like to where you're carrying around a heavy ass bag with flashes and shit.
Yeah. Wait, but you were shooting shit before, like, skateboarding, even before you started working with Zero. You were kind of just like kind of shooting like.
Yeah, I just like, you know, photos fucking last forever, and they bring you back to that moment. You know, you capture that random moment.
Sick, yeah.
So, I don't know, and then it was just like I said, the blurry photos. I just wanted to start, you know, getting crispy photos and like start getting different angles and whatnot. And it was, you know, it was all a progression, real natural and fucking fun, if anything, you know.
Yeah. So now that you're like you got into it, like about your gear, like what like. So you start out with the film Pentax, and now you've expanded. You said you got a heavy ass bag, like, you know, like what's in your bag? What are you shooting with?
I still bring my Pentax because I like to,
dope.
You know,
yeah,
do most of the portraits and like random shit with the dudes hopping fences and whatnot with film. I don't know how much my bag weighs. It's probably like 20. I try to keep it light. Like, I had it real slimmed down. We went to Barcelona, and I knew we'd be like skating around a bunch, you know, and like taking the trains and shit. So I had like a real small bag I bought on Amazon, and I had my Mark III body, 15 mil Sigma fisheye, a 50 mil just another lens, and then 3 flashes, little speed lights just stuffed in there, and that was good. Yeah, I just have people hold it. I had one flash staying with me, so I could set one up, and then like if need be, have one of the dudes hold up something or like place it somewhere.
Yeah. So you're shooting. You know, have you once you jumped over to like digital, you're predominantly like Canon.
Yeah. I shoot Canon. The Mark III. I've been looking at those like mirrorless Sonys a lot, and I have a Fuji X100T that's mirrorless, and that thing's awesome too. And it's like a fixed 35.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I really like the Canon.
Yeah.
It's got like the feel and the snap. I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
The shutter, it's like
Yeah, dude. I like actually. That's funny you mentioned Sony because I recently switched to Sony. About a year, I guess it's almost been 2 years now. About a year and a half ago. But before that, dude, I was like straight Nikon, dude, just like Nikon loyal. Only that. And
buddy, you should hit him up too. Will Owens, he's like the photographer for Fallen Footwear, but he shoots like the A7, one of those.
Yeah.
And they're fucking beautiful, so crispy and.
Oh yeah, dude, they're dope and they're so small, man. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, that's the thing too. They're super lightweight, and it's just like.
Yeah, man. It's just I have 2 of them, dude. And like I have A7 threes, and like, dude, yeah, man. I can like before I have to, because like I also do video too, man. So I have to like pick and choose. Like, all right, today I'm gonna do like mostly video, maybe just some lifestyle snaps or whatever. Or today's like a photo day. I'm bringing all like flashes, everything, and you know, not so much video. But now with both of these, man, and like having that, I can have my whole setup. I can do photo and video.
Yeah, that's pretty rad for like the multimedia dudes that are fucking filming and like.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's rad. Like Gregson or those dudes like mob around with the smaller cameras and because they're doing everything.
Yeah, man, it works, and they you know everything comes out good too, man. They're crispy as fuck. But I mean, but nothing's gonna. But I don't care, man. No matter how good like any camera gets, nothing's gonna replace that shutter, that feel, that shutter, man. It's like it's different. And even though like the mirrorless, they have like the shutter feel, you know what I mean? But like they don't have that. It's different. And like, you know, me like shooting Nikon, dude, it was just like I love that way that Nikon shutter feels when you hit it. It's just like
like, it's powerful.
Yeah, but like, you know, but like the Canon ones too. The Canon ones is like it's like a dunk. It's like a dumpy, like, you know, it's like a you feel it. You know what's going on. So yeah, you know, I'm partial to both. I mean, I kept my Nikon for a while because it was still my go-to, especially when it came to like skate photos. Because there is a slight like millisecond of delay, different from a mirrorless to, you know, a DSLR.
Yeah.
Just the slightest delay, but it could make the world of difference of catching that, you know, that timing on that whatever trick. So it took me a minute to get used to. Even with some stuff, I'm still getting used to it. I try not to put it in just full burst mode and just like spray and pray. I always try to like, you know.
Yeah. You try to get that
one. Yeah. You know, because I feel better about that. Because anybody can.
That's crazy. They don't have like a setting that's fucking.
Oh no, it does, man. It does, and it shoots what's it like fucking like 12 frames a second, something like that photo.
Okay.
But I prefer just put it on single and just be like, you know.
Yeah,
just,
but you're saying no, the shutter like it has a delay to it.
No. It's just like, well, from my Nikon reaction to the Sony, even if it was the same dude doing the same trick and I push the trigger at the same time, I think my Nikon would have hit slightly, the shutter would have opened slightly or closed slightly faster. It would have taken the picture just slightly faster than it registers on the mirrorless. Because it's still, you know, it's still like a digital sensor that's capturing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So just that slight second. Because I knew it, dude. Because like
crazy with the mirrorless too. Sorry to interrupt you, but I guess with my Fuji, you can like, because it's the digital sensor that you can like set your setting and it shows up in screen. You know.
Right.
Like how lighter.
Yeah, well, that is true, but like sometimes, dude, if you're shooting at night, I found like shooting at night with these Sonys is a bitch, dude, because it does give you the exact what its readout, but you know that's when you have flashes and shit. So what your camera's seeing, it's pretty dark, and although even like the natural ambient light, if there's like a street light or something, it's picking that up pretty dark as well.
Yeah.
Because then when the flashes hit, it's gonna be all fucking bright and blown out. So.
Yeah, when I'm shooting that thing at night, I always like it. It's funny you said. I'll click the little the viewfinder so it just sees like natural. It doesn't do the digital read anymore.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I can't even focus. I'm just like fucking.
You're blind. You're just shooting blind. Yeah. So, all right, dude. So after you got, like once you got into like black box and you became the TM. From you were saying like, you know, I'm just kind of trying to get your evolution of like where you started and how you got to where you're at.
Yeah.
So back to it, like like you know, like I said, like the evolution of like, you know, how you started with black box and then to, you know, from joining as TM. How'd you get into TM, by the way, dude? Like, how'd that work out?
So yeah, I was just picker and packer for fucking a few years, and then I moved up to. It was a promo and sample coordinator. So for sample coordinating, I had to like, the job was a nightmare. We had Insight at the time, and they had like fucking 100 pieces that I had to ship out to like all these different sales reps. Anyways, I was doing the sample shit and then doing the promo shit. So that's where, with the promo, that's where I started meeting the team and like learning all their sizes and like fucking, you know, like becoming friends with them. And then I would be the dude that would take it out of the system. And Bobes became TM. Ryan Bobier.
Okay.
And when he took off, I was like his little right-hand man in the warehouse, because every time the team would come in, he would send them to me. And so when he took off, I kind of like took the job as like a filler position until Jamie found somebody else.
Okay.
But then never really found anybody else, so I've just been there since.
Right. Okay. And then so you just kind of like worked into there, and then you started shooting, going on trips and shit. When did you like really, you know, feel like it was time to start taking like, you know, skate photography like serious? And how did you like going from like, you know, having like a Pentax film, not really knowing the gear, like what was like your learning process to where you like?
Honestly, like having the Pentax was like my big learning process, because then it all relates over to the digital. You know, ISO is just your film speed, you know, and then I'd learned about your aperture and your shutter speeds through the Pentax from Jamie Thomas. He's the one who would like gave me the breakdown of like, all right, well, this is how you'd want to get a photo. Like you would take this into account, and you shoot it like this. And so like learning those basics with the Pentax, and then like, you know, getting the results back, then you just like, you fall in love with it and you just want to keep shooting and, you know, get obsessive with it. So then like the obsession like just has me like reading more about it and like, oh no, this is a single lens reflex, like what's a what's a twin lens reflex, and then like you get the TLR, and then then my grandfather passed away, and then that was a land camera, and that was like a whole new thing too with the peel apart film, and so just learning all this shit, like, and then just like kept driving me to learn more and more, and then that's when like once I picked up like here it is right here actually.
Oh, sick! Yeah.
The 1DS Mark III, because this was just like the black box camera.
Okay.
And it was just like up on our mantle forever, and so I just asked Jamie like, can I use this thing? And he was like, we don't have any lenses for it. I was like, alright, I'm gonna buy a fish shop.
Fucking.
And so, and then it was kind of like, just fucking around, like living with Dane and fucking around with these dudes. Like, oh, I got the fish out, let's just shoot some photos or whatever, and then you get like a rad one that you post to Instagram, people like it, and then you started getting some use for like our online catalogs, and then I don't know, it's all just like fun and like rad, and then you just get to see it in a new light, so
yeah, that's sick, dude. That's sick. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, I think it's kind of generally how it kind of goes for like, everybody who really gets into photography once, because like once you can get like a dope photo, because like a lot of it was, at least for me, when I first got a camera and was into it, I would see photos in skate mags and shit, and then I would take a photo and I was like, wait a second, that doesn't look the same, dude. Like, what am I doing wrong? And as I thrive to like get better, then when I finally did get a photo, I was like, wait a second, that does look like something that like one of the pros took. Maybe not as good, of course, but it was along the lines, like composition was good, timing was right on the trick, fucking whatever. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I got this now. This is fucking sick.
Yeah, it shows the planning into a photo,
Yeah.
My light's here, I need to shoot it at this point, like I want to do this with it, like accentuate this part of it, put it in this part of the frame.
Right. So when you're shooting, like now you're shooting with like fucking dope gear and stuff, and you've expanded. And when you're like lighting your stuff, do you have kind of like a certain technique that you do? I mean, I think pretty generally, like it's kind of across the board, kind of the
I mean, it's just like light him up, fucking light up. Like I try to like get my shadow out of there as much as I can sometimes. Like don't put it too much in the back, so you just see my little fucking silhouette there in the bottom. Right. But I don't know, it happens and whatever. But I don't know, just light him up. You want to and like make the spot look good.
Yeah, I've been like recently, like whenever I can, man, I always try to find a way to cast a shadow of the skater. So
that
like,
too. Okay, so there's a couple recent ones I shot, and like if you have like they have a building behind them, and then you cast like their shadow on it, it's just like
yeah, it's super sick, dude. It looks like it's like a little shadow puppet kind of, but like it's real though, because like the shadow puppet, your hands look all retarded and you're making some eagle, but like this is like a skater doing like some dude doing a kickflip, and the shadow looks like a dude doing a kickflip, and it's like and it's like, okay, I did that was that was intentional. So how's it like shooting with like the Zero dudes, because I know they're pretty fucking heavy. Actually, I hung out with Dane and Gabbers in Japan. This was years ago, dude. They went on that Seki Press tour.
Yeah.
And I met him.
Dane was telling me about that. That's pretty rad.
Yeah. It was like I met him like their second day out there and just ended up hanging out. That shit was tight, dude. And I think their photographer one night we went out to this club, and their photographer, like this chick, just swooped him up as soon as we walked into this bar, dude. And he was MIA for like 2 days. And then we went out to this like gnarly spot, and the Transworld Japan was like, yo, Bug, like maybe if you can get some photos, we might use them in the mag and shit. I was like, oh damn, all right, tight.
Yeah.
And we're skating this like, there's like this 20 stair handrail, like this fucking bank into it, gnarly bank. They're skating into it, and like I remember Dane was fuck with me. He's like, what kind of camera is that? And I was like, oh, fucking, I was shooting with some Canon at the time. He's like, you know how to use that thing? He's like, is it full frame or what? I was like, fuck off, dude. And then but now I got like a dope photo of him like doing switch flipping in the bank and shit, like just skating with Gabbers and stuff. But all the other dudes I haven't really met until I met Vinny, and then kind of introduced me to you guys and stuff like that. So like, how's it going out with those dudes and shit? How's it been like skating with those guys and shooting photos with them, especially because that's a pretty fucking heavy team, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, it's rad. They're all my friends, they're my best friends, and so I don't know. Yeah, it's just fun, pretty much. There's some times where it's pretty high pressure situations, and you just like, fuck, dude, don't blow it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes, you know, if my flash isn't popping, I'm like, hey, fucking hold on, like, let me fucking fix this, you know? Because you don't want them to get it, and then you're like,
yeah,
fuck, sorry, like, want to do it again?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause some of the shit they're doing is fucking pretty heavy.
yeah. You don't even want to have them like, yeah, no, I feel you, dude, because.
You can't just pose it again, you know?
Right. I got you. Well, that's cool. Like, 'cause, you know, I've had situations too where I've gone out like maybe shooting with dudes who I don't know so well, or just going out to get a photo, and they're just about it, dude, and they don't give a fuck if you're set up or not, and they'll just like just throw down, and you're just like,
Oh, yeah.
you're like, come on, man, like, I'm still getting the cameras out.
Or sometimes, yeah, if they're like, they're trying some shit, and then they're just like, oh, like, I'm gonna try this, and they'll be on the other side, and like, alright, so move your flashes over there or whatever, and then they're like, no, actually, I'm gonna go back. And like, fuck, alright, go back over the other side.
Yeah.
Just like, trying to get everything, but I don't know. It's like, like I said, there's high pressure situations, but I've been with the dudes a while now, and you know, they're all pretty trusting in me, and you know, I'm trusting of them, fucking putting my face. Sometimes I get nailed in the head, but
yeah, it's happened. It's happened. So like when somebody's like, you know, if they're up and you're like, oh, what you got on the spot, and they're like, dude, I'm gonna do this trick, and you're like, oh hell yeah, I do that. I've been wanting to shoot one of those. Or they're like, I'm gonna do this, and you're like, fuck you, dude. Like, cause like for me, dude, anytime somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna do a tray flip, can you shoot this tray flip photo? I was like, nope, camera back in the bag, going home, fuck you. Not doing it.
Yeah, that's a weird one. That one, but you know, there's different tray flips. Sometimes if they're fucking outstretched in like that 90s speed, you can always get a good one.
Yeah, totally. No, I mean it depends. It depends on who it is, of course. You know the style, but I think tray flip for me. That's just the one.
Burial heels is kind of another one for me. It never really looks that good.
Yeah. Those. I think most tricks where the board kind of does a rotation. Nah, well, cause like hard flips look dope. Hard flips are fucking. I think like hard flips are probably like.
You get that like knee tucked and it's like all up. And,
right. Yeah, I guess. It just depends on the trick, but for me, dude, like
tell. I don't know. Tray flips are weird too, but yeah, it's just all like the dude. You just gotta time it like what looks best for that guy.
Yeah, like the last few times I've gone out with just a few different people, it's always just been like every single dude is just like, oh, I got this tray flip at the spot. I got this tray flip at this spot, and I'm like, tight, man, that's cool. Like hell yeah. Fuck. and sometimes it depends, because you know, like if it's the angle, you know, if it's like you get that nice side angle and it is nice and fucking, you know, real out there, you can totally tell. But then sometimes it's if it's that from the front, it looks like some weird thing that they didn't land. That was like I was hyped on that one. That snap I got a Jono that one time, because I was like, oh, that's a switcher. That was when he landed too, dude. I asked Vinny, I was like, yo, was this going in the video? And he's like, no. And I hit up Johnny. I was like, yo, are you guys using for this for anything? I don't know. And I was like, dude, it's just, I got this photo. Like, fucking, can I just?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man, go ahead and post that shit. That shit's tight. I was like, sure, all right, cool. Because I was kind of hyped, because like it did look like a tray flip to me.
Yeah. That's good.
And
it's good when there's a personal accomplishment there, you know.
Yeah, you know, you guys just put out the Damn It All video and shit. Like, and you went to China. Like, was that like your first time?
Never been to China.
I mean, not to China. Not to China.
Farsi.
Yeah. Sorry, I went to China with Vinny. I went to China. Sorry.
Yeah, with Vinny, I was like, that was you.
Yeah. You guys went to Farsi. How was that, dude?
That was fucking rad, dude.
Yeah.
I love RC. That was my second time there. I went with Dane a couple years before with just us two.
And
that was amazing too. But yeah, having the whole team there and like just cruising the city. And, I don't know. I love it there. You got the fucking public transportation, and the place is literally the best skate city. It's insane. You find new spots all the time, and there's just spots everywhere.
Yeah. So when you're like, do you get to travel overseas like very often to like shoot and shit like that, or?
Not too much. That was like pretty much the only time. Because we were like, we gotta finish this video. So the team, we all kind of just like told Jamie like, come on, let's do this. And I forget, there was probably like 12 of us or some shit that went. But
set it up. When you're out there, dude, like, do you ever feel like, did you feel the pressure, like, all right, because, you know, you guys are trying to put this video out, you guys got the full, like, you guys got all crewed up, you're out there, and, like, I'm assuming, like, you're, like, the only photographer, like, you're, like, the main photographer, right? And the TM, so how do you balance that, man? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you, I mean, how do you do it, like, exactly? Or as far as, like, your photography, like, are you just...
I'm probably the worst TM.
No.
I'm just like fucking, I don't know, like, I sign us all into the fucking Airbnb, I'm booking all this shit, so, like, for the most part, my job's done, you know, I'm just, like, I'm there to help the dudes, or, like, you know, pay for the team dinner if we killed it today. But I got Adam there, too, he works with us, and he skates, too, and, so I don't know. There's plenty of support. Dane's fucking the leader, so
right. Well, I mean,
we don't have any abs with us and shit.
Right. Well, I guess what I mean is, like, you know, because, like, for me, like, I've gone on trips with my boys, and, like, I've kind of been in both positions. You know, like, I'm, you know, the TM and photographer, and sometimes doing video and shit. Like, and I always feel like I miss, like, at the end of the trip, I have my camera or cameras in my hands the entire time, and I'm filming shit and shooting shit the entire time. And when I come back from the trip, I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I got more. I always wish I had more, like footage and stuff, and it really fucking, it gets really stressful for me. Cause,
not feeling like you didn't, like, do enough with your trip.
Yeah, and, like, you know, that whole balance of, like, you know, like, getting there, and, you know, when you go big skateboarding bodies that have the capabilities to print, you know, like Thrasher, for example. Thrasher, I would like to see, like, Thrasher reach out to fucking people who are, like, fucking famous on Instagram for their photos but not getting any love in any print, and be like, make, like, an Instagram print edition, you know, like the shit that, you know, like the best fucking like Instagram's top 100. You know,
I was thinking, like, that's what, like, Transworld should have done. Instead of just completely ending print, you know, they should have just done, like, you know, an annual issue or, like, a biannual issue, you know? I think that's what Slam does now, right?
They're quarterly.
Do, like, 2 issues a year?
They're quarterly, I think.
Quarterly, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, even just, like, you know, they have Jamie Owens and fucking Blair, and, like, they could just get those guys' best photos and put out a print mag.
Yeah.
And, like, have contributing photographers as well, and do, like, whatever, a little article of the year, you know, or something like that, just to keep it alive, man. That's what I like to see, and also push it on their fucking Instagram a little bit more, because I feel like that this shit has, you know, it's revitalized, you know, analog film, though, and it's
100%.
You know, people, like, love the look and aesthetic of film photography again, you know, and it's getting more and more, you know, accessible to, you know, print or develop and, you know, find the shit.
Yeah.
Pretty rad.
Yeah, dude. What time is it? Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking yeah. I gotta wrap this up, dude. I'm gonna let you go too. I don't wanna take too long. I don't know. Is there any, like, thing you want to say? Like, I don't know, like, fucking whatever.
Just fucking keep shooting, everybody.
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Easy. All right, sick, Kurt. Well, fuck yeah, man. Thanks, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I'm super hyped, man. I want to keep doing this shit and keep checking your photos, and fucking, I'm gonna go skate with you guys soon. But yeah, man, we'll have to get out soon, dude.
All right, buddy.
All right, thanks so much, Kurt. I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
All right, peace.